One of the things that seemed to be in the news for, I don't know, about 8 hours was the fact that the man in charge of the Gestapo in this country,
The border czar.
Tom Homan. Now, you haven't heard much of Tom Homan. Remember how it used to be like Tom Homan was everywhere?
I mean, even when he's on TV, you don't really hear much of him anyway.
Yeah, you do. You hear
respiration.
But he was on every other day talking about how basically he had like creepy ass fantasies about AOC and other Democratic lawmakers, and he has not been out front for that lately, you know, to the extent that we've seen anybody from there. It's been Kristi Noem, DHS, going on her media tour with her sidekick, Benny Johnson. And there's a reason why you haven't heard much about Tom Homan. He is laying a little bit low because it was reported about 2 weeks ago that in the run-up to the 2024 election, Tom Homan, who we were covering at that time because he was going around speaking as if he was in the shadow cabinet of Donald Trump, it was quite clear that he was going to be named head of ICE. And he was going around making all sorts of proclamations about what they were going to do if they got elected, which, you know, some people should have probably listened to a little closer. And during that time, he got caught up in a sting operation. And by caught up, I mean, he was not running the sting operation.
Yeah.
He was actually an ancillary subject. They were going after somebody else. We don't know who. And somebody said, you should try Tom Homan because he's now collecting money to influence the Trump administration if he gets into office. Now, according to Tom Homan, that is not a criminal offense. And I'm not a judge or jury. I can't make that assessment. But it's quite clear he did it. There's video of him taking $50,000 in cash in, everybody seems to know this fast food place, like a, you know, Kava.
Yes, that was the FBI's choice. I don't know why, but
I just want everybody to take a breath.
Chicken or rice.
If you know, well, there's multiple questions about this. Maybe we should ask the questions after White House asks his. But let's just start with the premise of I'm doing something that's completely legal and above board, but I'd like it in cash and I'd like it in a fast food restaurant bag.
Yeah.
Which is the way that. Now, I will be.
That's how you hand out our pay stubs.
Listen, it's the way everybody gets It's the way everybody gets paid here. You know, in between like a hot dog roll, I put in their cash.
You put on a Burger King crown.
And I put it.
And then you pay us.
And in fact, the people who are members to this show all line up and slide the money underneath our door at the beginning of the month every week. Here is White House asking Pam Bondi a very, very relevant question that hadn't even occurred to me. Again, the FBI posing as a contractor for that does business with ICE gave Tom Homan $50,000 in cash. Senator Whitehouse has some questions about that money.
What became of the $50,000 in cash that the FBI paid to Mr. Homan in a paper bag, evidently?
Oh, pause it. I should tell you that Pam Bondi has not passed out. She's still there. It took her a while to sort of like,
yes.
Because honestly, like we talked about this story and it never occurred to me to wait a second. Okay, maybe no crime was committed. Where's our effing money? Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Senator, as Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche recently stated, the investigation of Mr. Homan was subjected to a full review by the FBI, agents, and DOJ prosecutors. They found no credible evidence of any wrongdoing.
Pause it for 1 second. Pause it for 1 second. Todd Blanche. Why does that name sound familiar to me? Oh, I know why, because he was Donald Trump's defense attorney. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, go back a little bit. I wanted to place him. Okay.
They found no credible evidence of any wrongdoing.
And that was not my question. My question was, what became of the $50,000 in cash that the FBI delivered, evidently in a paper bag, to Mr. Homan?
Senator, I'd look at your facts.
Are you saying that they did not deliver $50,000 in cash to Mr. Homan?
Senator, as recently stated, the investigation of Mr. Homan was subjected to a full
A different
review
question.
by the FBI agents,
That's a
by
different
Department
question.
of Justice prosecutors. They found no evidence of wrongdoing.
That's a different question. What became of the $50,000? Did the FBI get it back?
Mr. Whitehouse, Senator Whitehouse, you're welcome to talk to the FBI.
The report to you, can't you answer this question?
Senator Whitehouse, you're welcome to discuss this with Director Patel.
Did
Oh.
Homan keep the $50,000?
As Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche recently stated, the
Okay,
investigation
never mind.
of Mr.
Never mind.
Homan
I can
was
see I'm not going to get a straight
full
answer from you to a very simple
by the
question.
FBI agents and the DOJ.
Do
They
you
found
know-
no credible evidence of wrongdoing. You know, you're very concerned about money and people taking money, and
Do
you
you
rail
know-
against
wait a
dark
second, wait a
money.
second, wait a
Yet you
second,
work with dark
wait a
money
second.
groups all the time, Senator
Wait a
Whitehouse.
second. Did you know whether or not in that investigation they looked at whether the $50,000 payment to Mr. Homan was declared by him on his tax returns?
Senator, I would be more concerned if I were you when you talk about corruption and money that when you pushed for legislation that would subsidize your wife's company.
Ooh.
Questions here are actually pretty specific. So having you respond with completely irrelevant far-right internet talking points really is not very helpful here. I'd like, Mr. Chairman, you generally like to have us be able to get answers to know, and we'll follow up with the QFR. And to the extent Patel wants to answer, that would be great as well. What happened to the $50,000? Did Homan keep it? Did the FBI get it back? If he kept it, did he put it on his tax returns? Pretty simple questions.
You know,
Wow.
I'm going to guess that,
He donated it to charity?
well, he may have donated to charity,
What if it disappeared just into
but
like a
I'm
void?
going to guess that on his tax returns, $50,000 consulting payment in the form of cash not listed as one of his income.
Has anybody thought about checking his cheeks for the $50,000?
I'm keeping an escrow in my mouth for the past.
It's a chipmunk account.
How does the IRS want you to report money you got in a kava bag?
Yeah.
I think you should put in 50 grand and from who it's from.
He should.
FBI.
Yeah.
I received $50,000 for my efforts in playing a part in an investigation
Yeah.
by the FBI. The FBI paid me $50,000.
His disclosure documents, ProPublica investigated this. Homan's private sector work before he returned to government transformed his finances. In 2017, he declared assets totaling a maximum of just $250,000 on his ethics disclosures following a career in federal service, a figure that excludes certain government retirement accounts. By 2025, his net worth had grown to between $3 million to $9 million, the disclosure documents show. It's
But
interesting.
not all in cash.
I mean,
But not all in cash.
was that a
But
denial?
not all in cash.
Oh, you're saying it's.
But not all in cash.
Oh, I think I made out the word cash.
But not all in cash.
I'm sure the podcast audience is loving this.
Cash, but yeah.
So Homan also was a consultant for a division of Geo Group called GeoCare, where he disclosed receiving more than $5,000 over 2 years before taking a government role. I would imagine it's a lot more than $5,000 if your net worth is now in the millions. And he also was involved in hiring this guy, David Venturella, who had worked at Geo Group to ICE, and now Geo Group is getting a bunch of. I'm just trying to be substantive. Okay.
I haven't taken a dollar from the campaign. Tom Homan's doing it because I think he's the greatest president of my lifetime.
This is a perfect representation of the dichotomy of our government right now.
You're throwing aspersions around. To me, it's just total coincidence.
Meatwad.
Tom Homan's doing it because I think he's the greatest president of my life.
Where is our money? Where's our $50,000 tax dollars?
I mean, you care a lot about $50,000, Sam. What about all the stuff you did wrong?
As someone who recently started paying taxes, I want to know.
Like, White House also could have said, whatever my wife got, it wasn't in a paper bag, and it wasn't U.S. tax dollars. I mean, this is like, it is the most obvious question in the world. Where is our U.S. $50,000 that we paid to Tom Homan to pretend that he was a subject of an FBI investigation?
Do you think he got paid a lot more than just $5,000 over 2 years from Geo Group? I'm gonna guess a lot more.
It would have to be per minute.
Yeah, it would have to be
Like
to
8
get
million.
into those millions. And you will not be shocked to know that Geo Group is getting a ton of contracts to do basically concentration camps, internment camps, abuse torture camps for a bunch of immigrants in this country.
Alligator Alcatraz. was
Yep.
in, right?
When I was in high school, we had a police officer come into our class and tell us, one of the things he told us was that for every ticket they issue, they estimate like 25 traffic violations per ticket. How many other bags of cash do you think Tom Homan?
Yep.
This is the first time I've ever taken a bag of cash in my entire life. It's just so coincidence that it happened to be from the FBI.
Yeah.
I mean, the FBI has to salivate when they see guys connected to this incarceration complex because they're all going to take this money.
Well, it's what we said about the Tim Pool thing and the Dave Rubin Russian money thing, where it's like, it's just, you must be used to taking these kinds of payments if you agree to it so quickly on like to make millions and millions of dollars without really knowing who the backer is. It must be, yeah.
In
quotidian.
Homan's defense,
Quotidian,
I'm
yeah.
sure it is the first time he has received $50,000 in cash in a kava bag.
Yes.
Generally, I'd like other type of like a shopping bag or. I'm also very
Bars of
partial
gold.
Wendy's. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.